today we're asking which Trump money trail is going to actually do him in. He's not been held accountable for anything so far, so we're going to request that the universe show us which money trail is actually going to do Trump in. Okay, which money trail is actually going to do Trump in? Ooh, there's justice coming for him. And that's also the op-eds. The op-eds coming out of the bot machine. Which money trail is going to do Trump in? And here are the different sources of his dark money. Here's China. The essence of the reading is China. Straight up, there it is. The decision. Whoever's in the enforcement position has a difficult and nearly impossible choice to make when they catch him. That's right. They've been made an offer to somehow either prosecute him or whatever, but this doesn't say that they're taking it up. This says that they're having difficulty making the decision. Why? Because the hand of Putin is in charge. He's pulling the wheel of fortune. So the wheel of fortune you can see is in the favor of the King of Cups, which is the candidate for the Republican Party. Oh, and here's the Emperor. This is someone who's attempting to interfere in the 2020 election. He's trying to control this election, okay? And that is why the party who's supposed to be making this decision to prosecute Trump can't take up the offer because they're being forced by Putin into the position of accepting the control of outside influence. This is not good. Now let's look at the sources of money where Donald Trump is receiving his dark money. This is the people, so he's taking it from the U.S. Treasury or the taxpayers' funds. This is the people who are in charge of the paperwork and the staff in the Senate and the Congress and the government. So they're upholding his position for him through the paperwork. Okay. They're bound. They can't do anything about it because they're overruled by these 6 players. This would be the Republican parties who are acting on behalf of the Emperor. Okay, so this is why they are not prosecuting and moving forward at this time. Will the Supreme Court, when they go to the hearings in May, will they start to actually move forward with real justice that's not just being manipulated by another country, by Russia? Okay, so when the Supreme Court hearings resume in May, will they actually hear these fairly? Excuse me here while I line all these cards up. Okay, will the Supreme Court actually run these hearings on Trump's money fairly in May? Will there be fair hearings at the Supreme Court held in May on Trump's We're going to get a fair hearing from the Supreme Court in May. Ooh, the Supreme Court's having problems. They've got Clarence Thomas and others who are not acting on behalf of justice. Once again, the King of Swords, the guy who's the executioner, is taking charge at the Supreme Court. This is them actually moving the votes back and forth. This is them manipulating the votes at the Supreme Court on the hearings. And who's in charge? China. And it's a very strong manipulation. So that looks like a no. It looks like the manipulation of the Supreme Court by the King of Swords, that's somebody who's like bribing them or extorting them to manipulate the votes at the Supreme Court under the charge of China, is going to be too strong. So no, doesn't look like they're gonna get them on that money stuff. All right, thanks for watching, you guys.